Hey everyone, thanks for listening to the Grow Your Life podcast. My name is Jeremiah Krakowski. On this podcast, I help coaches and mentors make more money in their business. I want to talk about what's working right now in the space of webinars. You know, we've been doing webinars for a long time. I think gone are the days, though, of the 90-minute or 120-minute webinar. I look for doing things that are under 30 minutes long. And the reason why is because people's attention span is shorter than ever. It's been blasted by social media and TikTok and all these things that we have access to, that people want instant gratification and answers to the questions that they're looking for. In fact, you right now listening to this, if I wasn't giving you strategies within the first minute, probably would have clicked off of this video right here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to break down for you what can you actually do in 30 minutes and the purpose of it. Now, the purpose of any kind of webinar that you offer, a lot of people have this misconstrued. It's not to provide transformation to people. It's not to coach people. It's to be a first test to taste what you have to offer. It's like a taste tester of working with you. So is your YouTube content. So is your social media content is kind of more grab the attention and get a follower. But when it comes to like a long form content that's under 30 minutes long, but maybe it's over 10 to 15 minutes long, the purpose behind that is for sales and marketing. The only reason why I do this podcast, the only reason why I make videos on my YouTube is for sales and marketing. The only reason why I do webinars is for sales and marketing. What am I marketing? I'm marketing my mentorship program, my membership. My membership, I give people a 14-day free trial to be able to join into it. And again, this isn't going to be a sales pitch for that, but what I'm talking about is that our best way of marketing people into those is with some form of a 30-minute training. So how does that exactly work? What does that look like? Well, it looks something like this. People will find online, whether it be through my organic content or an advertisement, a page that has an offer. And this is an offer page right here. This is not the 30-minute video. This is just a little 30-second intro right here. And this is all about running Instagram ads. We have another one right here we're about to launch real soon. It's a 30-minute class. Get 1,000 subscribers in 30 minutes. The art of lead getting. Turn your email list into a client-generating machine. Okay? So the purpose behind this is to be able to capture leads, because we're providing value, we're teaching something. But then once we capture the leads, people then go in over and then they watch a 30-minute training, some kind of a video training with me where I'm going to break down a concept. I'm going to go over the details of those concepts. And then in this, I get to talk about what I have to offer. I get to talk about what I am selling to people. So this breaks down very simply, and there's a format that I always follow that we do for this. Number one, it's usually broken down into 3 segments. The very first segment, what we're going to do is we're going to get people hyped up. We're going to get them really excited about what it is that we're talking about, what it is that we're offering. And if somebody gives you their name and email address to sign up, even if they're already on your email list, by the way, you want to hype them up in the beginning right here for the outcome of the training itself. Now, in a 30-minute training, the only part that's actually going to probably be practical training is going to be in the middle here, which is about the middle 15 minutes. And this is where you're going to go over the practical aspects of what they signed up for. So we got the hype up, we have the vision casting. And listen, before you say, well, I don't want to do that, I don't want to hype people up, I just want to give value. Can I tell you something? I used to be that way as well. I was a person who was just like, I just want to give value, I just want to blah, blah, blah. And it made me $0 in my business. And so if you want to make $0 in your business, do a bunch of work that doesn't work, just keep giving value. Okay? Just keep giving value. Make nothing. And that's, and I don't mean to be cocky here, but that's the case after working with thousands of people in the industry. I've been in this online coaching and mentoring space for 22 years, is that if you just give value, you're not going to make any money. So there's actually a strategic cadence for how to communicate, how to talk, and the right people are going to resonate with it. The wrong ones are not going to. It's going to repel the wrong ones. So in the opening portion, you want to cast vision. You want to talk about What are the mental foundations to get the result that you're going to be talking about in the practical aspect? You also want to soft mention what you have for sale in the beginning. I do this even in every single YouTube video that I do. I already did it in this one. I mention that I have a coaching program, that I have a membership, that I have a 14-day trial to it. I just mentioned it a second time. See what I'm saying? So within the first 5 minutes, I've already mentioned what it is that I have to offer to people. And I'm just soft mentioning it. I'm not trying to bait and switch anybody. I make it very clear what my intentions are. And so that's what you want to do, is you want to make it very clear what your intentions are. And then you go into those practical aspects of how to actually get that result that they're looking for. This is the teaching portion. This is where you share and you teach and you cover exactly what people are looking for. This is the format that works for our webinars. And then the last part right here, this is your sales pitch. And before you say, sales is a 4-letter dirty word. It's actually 5 letters. But before you say sales is a dirty word, it's not. What we do is that if somebody gets to the end of the webinar, if somebody gets to the end of the 30-minute webinar and they opted in and they signed up for it, chances are they want to buy what you have to offer, or they wouldn't even be there. They would have clicked off. They would have left already. And we have the data for this. If I put 5,000 people through a webinar, or 500 or 50, the numbers are still the same. That only about 25 to 30% of people are going to make it all the way to the sales pitch part. And those are our most qualified group of people. The other 60 to 70% of people, 75%, they dropped off in the middle part. They got what they wanted and they left, and they had no intention of staying through till the end. They weren't looking for help for anything. And so understand, again, you're in business to make money. You're in business to produce a financial result for yourself. And so because of that, it's important to sell. And so the way that we sell is at the end of our webinar. You can kind of see how I do it right here in this one right here, is I actually just share my screen on screen and I talk about my offer. I talk about my coaching program, the Wealthy Coach Academy program. And I go over the details of it. Right now it's on a waiting list. If you do want more info on that, you can find a link in the description below that will actually give you info to kind of get a backdoor access on how to get in and get a 14-day trial to jump in with us. But even then, people aren't going to just sign up for that. So you also then have to have follow-up emails. You want to make sure that you are following up with the person, following up to remind them of the webinar that they went through, which, again, most people are not even going to go through the webinar they signed up for. So you want to remind them of the thing they signed up for. You got to remind them of your offer. And we're not spending a bunch of effort segmenting out people based on, okay, did they watch it or did they not? We're not going to tell them about the offer or anything like that. No, we're not spending a bunch of time and energy doing that. Our goal is simply to expose people to our offer and what we have. Whether they buy or not, they will buy eventually. They will come in. That's what the data shows, is that if we just continuously expose our offer to people and tell them what we have for sale, not our information only. We share our information as a gateway to give us an opportunity to talk about what we have for sale. And I see a lot of amateur coaches and mentors, they won't do this. They're not using it as that gateway. They're afraid to. They're afraid of bothering people or pissing people off or whatever these things that we tell ourselves that we don't want to happen. We're afraid of disappointing people, or we're afraid of whatever that fear is. Stop letting fear run your life and your business, my friends. And start making some money. Start doing what is effective. Start doing what the most effective mentors and coaches do, and start to see results. So you got your follow-up emails, you got your webinar, you would follow this 3-step sequence in the webinar. Having your energy in the right place is a good thing. Being excited, but not overly excited. Being confident is important. And that's what leads people to become your client. We find that these are the most effective ways to get clients for coaching and online course businesses. There's a lot of different opt-in offers you could do. You could do a mini course. Those work as well. Mini courses are pretty good. They're essentially the same thing. They're just broken down into multiple segments. especially if it's a paid mini course, those work really well. If people are paying for this type of offer, even if it's just like $7 or $17, they are more likely to be committed to buy whatever your bigger paid offer is in the end, if they're paying for the webinar. And yes, it is a sales pitch. Yes, the purpose behind it is to sell them. The way you want to do it is you want to do it to where it doesn't feel like a sales pitch. And this is why we do this 3-step sequence. You start with building up excitement. You deliver the practical goods. But you don't give so much that people are like, well, I got everything and then I'm done. You want to seed the idea that you could take it so much further. And that's when you give your call to action. And that's when I just share the screen on my computer and I go down the page and I just start reading what's on the page. I show the testimonies, I show all the details, and I walk people through how to purchase and how to become a client. And that is what has gotten us clients and built our business to 7 figures, and that can work for you as well. Listen, I'd love to have you jump in with us in one of our programs and become a client of ours. It's a great community. We have incredible coaches in it. We have hundreds of coaches in our community. And we're getting them results every single week, and I want to help get you results as well. I'd love to see you in there. Jump in now, try it out. Go check the link below to get more info. We'll talk soon.